This short video provides an introduction to the SWORD SME program, so that small firms can consider its potential for dramatically improving their business performance.
SWORD SME is a unique system that helps small and medium-sized enterprises to innovate. That is to create new business and thereby increase profitability. SWORD as a system for innovation was created and developed by John Carson. Since it was first devised in 1969, the SWORD system for innovation has been used by over 2,000 major corporate companies in the UK alone. Basically, what the SWORD system does is to take the mystery out of innovation and convert it into a predictable management process.
SWORD is believed to be the world's most prolific generator of new business ideas, with over 2 million already on file. And in its country of origin, the UK, it's widely held to be the most prodigious generator of new business wealth, with over £2.3 billion of additional profits to its credit. It has been proved to work in every sector of business, commerce, and both service and manufacturing industries.
The SWORD performance statistics are very impressive, and building on this success with major corporates, John went on to modify his SWORD programme so that its success can be shared by SMEs. John believes that organisations of different sizes suffer different problems in their attempt to innovate. Therefore, the SWORD system needed to be tailored to suit small and medium enterprises. I'll let John explain.
Large and mature organisations suffer from scepticism, bureaucracy and communication difficulties, and these act as barriers to innovation. Smaller, younger organisations suffer from resource constraints, firefighting and loss of focus. These too act as barriers to innovation, but they require a different cure. This different cure is provided by the SWORD SME programme. As a nation, we are good inventors and not bad at establishing new enterprises, but we do find considerable difficulty in growing new enterprises into major businesses. As a result, many SMEs stagnate. As a nation, we need to see a steady flow of SMEs growing rapidly into major corporates. Programmed innovation would help SMEs to grow rapidly.
John has observed that the average owner-manager of an SME works a 72-hour week. That's like 9 days a week, if a normal day is 8 hours. There's no time to stop and contemplate the future of the business. Under such pressures, entrepreneurial flair goes out of the window, growth subsides, and they plateau out. If ever companies needed business support of the right kind, it's when they're struggling to grow their way off this plateau.
But what kind of business support can help struggling SMEs? They're in the jaws of competitive markets. Every minute of the day must be productive and must pay. In the words of the old question, how can they remember their aim was to drain the swamp when they're up to their arms in alligators?
Learning how to outcompete the competition is the only way to rapid growth.
SMEs desperately need business support programs that enable them to become more competitive, more profitable, and thus enable them to grow their way out of the 9-day-a-week stagnation trap. Consider the following. SMEs can find it hard to compete on costs. Major corporates can buy in bulk, which equals economies of scale. SMEs can find it hard to compete on price. Major corporates have brand image, which equals top-of-market pricing. SMEs can find it hard to compete on quality. Major corporates have armies of quality control people, which equals top quality. However, SMEs can compete on innovation. Major corporates are slower to react and respond, and slower to innovate. And this is why John argues that in addition to conventional programs that help SMEs to control and improve their costs, prices and quality, they also need programs that help them to outcompete their major corporate and international competitors. So what kind of additional programs could help an SME compete successfully, both against the corporates and other SMEs in its field?
The answer lies with innovation programs. By that I mean programs that help SMEs to create new business. If an SME can continually create new business, it will remain competitive and it will grow rapidly.
Innovation is the one area in which SMEs can outcompete major corporates. In this respect, small really is beautiful. Small companies are faster on their feet than major corporations. They can create, develop and launch new business far faster than bureaucratized major corporates.
So John argues that if an SME can learn to innovate continuously, it can outcompete its competitors and grow rapidly to achieve major status. And this is just what the SWORD SME programme provides.
The SWORD SME programme provides a pathway along which small companies can travel towards continuous innovation. There is nothing magical or mystical about innovation. It can be taught, practiced and perfected. Like Cutting and Wear, who have learned and developed the techniques to move the organisation forward with new and innovative products. The SWORD SME route to programmed innovation creates time in which to clear the decks of transient trivia and visualise innovations for the future of the company. Once perfected, the SWORD SME process provides a direct route to rapid growth.
Since its launch, the SWORD SME programme has been adopted by scores of different business support agencies. It's been used successfully by several hundred SMEs and has generated over 20,000 new business ideas, of which over 200 have been developed into profitable new business.
SWORD SME is a short programme and is geared to handle 10 SMEs, each fielding a 3-person team. It is a live programme in that it creates real new business for each SME. SWORD SME is a step-by-step approach to continuous innovation. It provides a little theory, simple methods, and lots of practice.
Over the last 5 years, we have seen the success rate of SWORD SME rise consistently. Of course, there can be no guarantee of success for any particular SME. However, we can now claim that 85% of all SMEs that complete the programme do launch new business. 75% of SMEs that complete the programme launch significant new ventures, that is business which contributes more than 15% bottom line to profitability. And 50% of SMEs that complete the programme launch world beaters. But don't just take my word for it.
As an organisation, we knew that we had lots of good ideas between us at all levels in the company, but we weren't doing enough with them and we weren't evaluating them properly.
We managed to launch the first product before the end of the course, which was a development of a surgical drape into obviously the hospital market.
My background is retail pharmacy, and we're not particularly used to looking at new initiatives and new products. So we had 2 ways. One way was just to sit there and think. Another way was to use the crystal ball. And then along came the possibility of the SWORD SME programme.
Investment was going to be low even at the outset. The best ones were the ones where we were using our own skills and our own capital equipment and machinery.
The biggest idea we had during the innovation course was to totally change the makeup of the company.
We also rerun the SWORD programme regularly in-house with new people. We get lots of new ideas and we also bring along the ones that weren't so far developed originally. The Quick Tip is our #1 at the moment, and that's doing very well worldwide. We've got sets in over 10 different countries, and of course we're covered by patent on that.
It was a dream I'd had some time ago, but really the SWORD innovation course enabled me to fulfill that dream.
The greatest benefit that I've had with regard to the SWORD SME programme was it gave me the confidence and the desire to analyse the skills and resources that both the business and the team possess, and to hopefully take them forward and lead us towards new projects.
We believe that the SWORD SME programme would work with your company now. So, if you are interested in our approach to new business creation, talk to your business support agency.
We'll follow this video with a detailed presentation to your staff to convince them that you should offer this unique programme. We believe it's the only fully proven live programme specifically geared to the innovation needs of the SMEs.